All right, let's do it. Let's check out some of the stuff that Blink had going. A couple nights ago, St. Paul, Minnesota, they did their first ever Skiba era song with Tom. See how it panned out. Start that from the beginning.
Give it up for Dad. Tom DeLonge came back. You know what I got today? I got some tuna salad from Minneapolis. I don't recommend it. Stop fucking making it here. You're fucking so far from tuna, from actual, like, where tuna live. Why would you?
Wait, wasn't there some controversy about them using auto-tune at Coachella? Which, I mean, shouldn't he be using auto-tune all the time? Tom's vocals, not exactly the best live, are they?
Tuna. They have 10,000 lakes, so I thought they had shark and tuna. I don't fucking know. So I fucked it.
Before we get into it, I gotta ask you guys: do you even like this song with Skiba? I mean, this is late period Blink. So wherever you were on the Blink divide back in the '90s or 2000s, it's probably a completely different spot when you're talking about late Blink. Because what even is that kind of music? Like, I don't know. I think it's hard to define. You know, for being honest, Tom's voice doesn't do bad right there. That part that Skiba used to have. So is that a level of appreciation or non-appreciation, Archivist? A little confused there. Yeah, that's not terrible, and it has his Tom DeLonge way to it. Like, it's not the worst. There's definitely worse out there, for sure. Yeah, I've never heard them specifically, the Broadways. I love the primordial Blink bands. I mean, Alkaline Trio bands though. Like, if you ever listen to Jerkwater, I think it's pretty cool. Having trouble seeing the chat, guys. Let me pull something up there so I have a better feeling. Yeah, it's interesting biblical dinosaur drawings. I wonder where everyone is with Blink these days. Are they just? I've noticed that with Green Day. Like a lot of people that used to not dig Green Day have just sort of accepted them as the legacy act that they are. I wonder if the same thing is happening or is going to happen with Blink. Hey Josh, glad to see you're there. I've never seen them live in person before. I will a little later this year. Obviously, you look at the footage on YouTube, and it's usually pretty bad. I do love Dude Ranch. Dude Ranch is having right. It's 25-year this year. We celebrate Dude Ranch. We'll probably have a stream or a video focusing on Dude Ranch. I think that's a legitimately great album. Let's see what else they got from the show. Let's see. Let's see how well they did Man Overboard. What's up, 31 TV? Splitting yourself into two different spots, man. Check out 31 TV. He's got, not only does he have his channel that has all his good stuff on there, he's got a punk rock dedicated channel now. So a lot of our conversations we had a couple of weeks ago, where we discuss albums that are turning 20 this year. Go ahead and check that out. We're going to record something later this week talking about our early punk rock shows. Eventually some of that stuff will be up on my channel. I'm just a little behind on editing right now. People talked about that at the time with the 4-piece archivist. I don't know if that would have worked. Although, like, Blink probably needs to be a 4-piece, and I'm sure they probably are, right? There's probably someone either with the keys or actually layering on those guitars. That would have been cool. A joint tour. I remember that was kind of talked about. That would have been cool, of Trio opening for Blink, and then Matt doing a little bit of work with Blink. It feels like the more hardcore and dedicated Blink fans, though, were just so not into the Matt era. And I get it. Matt Skiba's Matt Skiba. Matt's not Tom DeLonge. Of like after Dude Ranch, I would say this is the song I most have gone back to the most over the years. I think by a pretty wide margin. I'm a pretty big into Man Overboard. I like the story about it, with Scott Rayner and all that. Oh, there's got to be. I know. Right, Green Day's run that setup for years and years, pretty unapologetically. So I think there is. I don't know. Maybe maybe it's Pat Smear. Maybe Pat Smear's running guitar back there. When you think of actually how Blink's music is laid out, there'd have to be a second guitarist there, because as much as Mark can carry some of that with the bass, you still need you got to highlight those arpeggios, right? Is that what you call those? Did you guys see that photo circulating recently with Scott Rayner, the original Blink drummer? I think he's like part of the San Diego Police Department or something like that. I know they pulled out Adam's song for the first time in years. Let's check out Blink doing the Ramones. They did this at Coachella a little bit during that set. Right into from there, right into First Date. Tom is so very Tom in this song, isn't he? Yeah, a little too much. All right, so that's Blink. Check out some other stuff though. That's what Blink was up to recently. Let's look at the Interrupters in Toronto. I got to pull out here of them doing On a Turntable. If you want to check out my reaction to the latest Interrupters song that they released a video for, the live version of Bad Religion Sorrow, go ahead and check that out on the channel. That is up there, full reaction. Even if I do, as someone said, talk too much, but I kind of like to talk. It's kind of my channel. I like to add a little bit of my personality to it, my commentary, right? Or else you could just go watch the damn video yourself. But yeah, I do talk too much. I will say, I think this is, from a lyrical perspective, I think this is one of their best songs on a turntable. Just a fun, classic, uplifting Interrupter song.
This song's about my fridge. My fridge is broken. I'm doing cold. I'm body taken. I'm not even known. At least I'm known. I did nothing wrong. I keep on singing.
Yeah, it looks like on the 3rd, Josh. Where were you, man? You guys asleep? Get it together. I can't get them to come anywhere near me, Josh. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. You can't hear it from the recording. Normally, her voice, I think, cuts through a lot better than what we're getting right here. Let's see what else we got from this show. That was the one I had queued up, but let's see. The Interrupters in Toronto. How else can we make Josh jealous here? Interrupters Toronto. Let's see what kind of hits we get. I gave you everything. In the mirror. Title holder. Let's burn a few of them down here. We're hanging out. It's a Sunday. Let's check out the Interrupters. Do Gave You Everything. Also, real quickly, let's shout out AX Blink 06 for the upload. Thank you for that. Go ahead and give that channel a subscribe. I'm going to right now. Throw a like on their video. Engage with them. If I'm being honest, I think I like the acoustic version of this song that they put out a couple years ago better than any live versions or the studio version. Studio version's very good. This is like the moment where it felt like they were really crossing over into being pop artists right around the time. Was it 2018 when this came out? good song. I don't know if you would categorize it as punk, to be honest with you. Um, who cares? A good song is a good song. Doesn't really matter what genre it comes from. But I would definitely entertain the argument that this isn't punk rock. Does the security guy know the song? He's just kind of doing that. Let's see if there's anything else significant from this show that we want to check out. Let's check out their. That's an old cover of Sound System. I don't know if they did any covers on this show, to be completely honest with you. I don't even know if, hey, look at those. I don't even know if they did the Billie Eilish cover that they were doing for a while. Let's have them doing Take Back the Power. This is in Pittsburgh, so we're out of Toronto, Josh. You're off the hook. Let's check out Take Back the Power in Pittsburgh.
What's your plan for tomorrow?
Before we move on, this is Dizzle McGee. Go ahead and maybe give a subscribe and a like to Dizzle McGee. So what's like the legacy of this song? Is it the song that broke the interrupters to everyone? Is it the song that was on the T-Mobile commercial? Is it the song that was in the Hillary Clinton documentary? What is the legacy of this song? Sound off in the chat. She is a great performer. Say what you want about her. She really, really brings those pipes live. Great crowd participation. Love the clappy stuff. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much. So, this isn't new, but I wanted to check in on a few different things. Let's check in on how Pennywise did a couple of weeks ago at the Punk in Drublic at the NoFX farewell. We haven't done a lot of Pennywise on this channel. I wish we would do more. But I just haven't got it. Haven't found the right squeeze yet to fit in a lot of Pennywise talk. But I absolutely love Pennywise. I don't know about you guys. Big Pennywise fan here. And this is from Jeffrey Gardner, who puts up a ton of cool live punk rock stuff. Go ahead and check out that channel. There's a lot of good stuff there. Give it a like, give it a sub. Send him. Doesn't look like you can send him any cash, but your likes and your views will have to do for now.
Fuck him. He's gonna be an asshole now. He loves my birthday, so who gives a shit? This song's society. Fuck, tear some shit up.
I really need to do a tier ranking video on Pennywise albums because I think there's a lot of different opinions on what's the best. I'm really leaning straight ahead these days, though. In my head, without having just listened to them all back to back, I'm really leaning on Straight Ahead as being their best album. It was wet as hell at that show, wasn't it? You can just tell how damp everything is. That must have been great for the camping experience. You know, Josh, a lot of people really like that album. I haven't given it the proper time that it deserves, but people really love that one. And you know, I'm kind of partial to Land of the Free, but just that's my own bias of, you know, I was there in that moment, just full on in, and it's like the fuck Authority. I was like, hell yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. But I don't know that it's my favorite. And again, I gotta give From the Ashes a fresh look here in a couple of weeks. Man, isn't it nice that you get like a full bass lesson there from Randy? You could just look at him, right? And just get all the little details, all the little nuances.
Clap, clap your hands, make the pain go away. Clap it all away. Maybe if we clap hard enough, the bullshit will just go away. Imagine you'll wake up tomorrow, everything
I don't think it works like that, Jim. I don't think it works like that.
will be perfect. In a perfect world, perfect society. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Ah, fuck, it didn't work. Sorry, we don't know something wrong, and we're doing it all wrong. Sorry, even if it's all of us, because you want to shuffle.
Tom, I thought I was just get fool. When you put fool in there, I was like, the hell's he talking about? Full circle. That hit 25 2 years ago, right? Or last year, actually.
Let's fucking do it!
So good. So I love Pennywise. I could listen to Pennywise forever too. They never go out of fashion with me. Let's see.
Oh shit, we're killing it up here, Austin. We're fucking nailing it. Make some noise if you like Pennywise.
Let's do same old story.
This song is called Same Old Story. Yeah.
Although it's never the same without the video, right? Don't drink milk out of the carton. Yeah. Do-do-do-do. Yeah. Pennywise is amazing because like they hit you on two levels. Because on the one hand, it's just like a old school rebellious punk rock song, right? Like, hey father, did I turn out so bad? Just regular old punk rock stuff. But then when you think of like Jim and his philosophy background and all that, and it's about like that personal freedom and all that, you could sort of interpret Pennywise at that deeper level, which I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people just take Pennywise at that surface level. I talked about it on a stream or a podcast a couple of weeks ago. How like you see a lot of weird kind of hate for Pennywise as being. I think they get tagged maybe as being like a bro band in a sea of punk rock and maybe not quite fitting in there. I don't know if that's a legit criticism of them or not. I really don't. Pennywise coming out soon? I know Jim's been very active musically. I don't know. Like, have we got word? Is Pennywise working on some stuff? Are they popping in the studio anytime soon? We'll close out our Pennywise section here by seeing how they closed out Bro Him, which is a highlight, obviously, of any Pennywise show. If you want more context to Bro Him, or Bro Him tribute more specifically, go out on my channel. There's a video I made about a year ago. A nice little 3-minute, 4-minute tidy. Won't take up too much of your time. Tribute to Bro Him. There are too few people on the stage here. That stage needs to be full. It needs to be loaded.
Let's do it.
There are you Austin people at. I'm gonna throw something in the chat to you guys. There they are. Now they finally got up there. You know, you see the girls from Bad Cop there. I need to get up there one of these days. I need to be a part of that. I think it's I put a poll up there, but if not, just let me know in the chat. Which version do you prefer? 91 or 97? What is the better version of Bro Him? The original one, written by Jason Matthew Thirsch, in tribute to his friends, or the other one, in tribute to Jason Matthew Thirsch? This one's for you. Talk about that a little more, archivist. Like, how was that? How was that for you? Was that like transformational? Like, what did that do? And I mean that in all honesty. Like, um, you know, did the did Full Circle like did it blow your mind? Were you disappointed in it? How'd you feel about it? If I had to comment on the song specifically, or why I like the song, it's this part right here, where it lays out for a second, then we pick back up and it's that pulse and that heartbeat with that bass drum. That's either Random Drunk Guy or Fletcher. Could be either one. God, I love that song. I love the ending of that song. I love that song ending shows. I think that song should always end shows. I think we should end every day like that, like in our lives. Like we get off of work and stuff, we should just like get off and have like bro hymn going. Um, I mean that like kind of silly, but also in a very very serious sense. What do you got, archivist? Oh, you were very excited. Spent the summer of '96 in Venezuela. Had tickets to the Warped Tour that year. Missed it because of a girl. How very emo of you, archivist. I'll never forget MTV News coming on to report the death of Jason Thirst. Oh, of Jason. That had to have been a trip, right? To just get that. And wondering if they remained together. And so Full Circle was a big deal before it came out. I remember being blown away with Fight to Die, but I still prefer Unknown Road over anything else. Yeah, that's always the case, right? The comeback album, especially after a death like that. And it's not like Jason was not a side piece either in the band. Like he was a really important member of all things Pennywise, and that I mean that had to be such a trip. Amazing, like the career that they've had in the wake of that. For having such a high profile death and kind of like their midpoint of their career. They'd already had some of their legendary releases, and then they would go on to release some amazing stuff. I take a swig of my iced tea. And let's shift gears a little bit. Same show though. Let's check out a song by the Bomb Pops. Do you guys like the Bomb Pops? My voice cracked there. Do you guys like the Bomb Pops? The Bomb Pops, kind of modern day Fat Records band. A little bit different with the female fronted situation. I said that very patronizingly. No, they are female fronted by Jen. And we'll check out a little more by Jen in a minute because she released a song. But I'm gonna check out one song from their set. Well, that Cobain news that had to be something else too. Just the gravity of it too with Cobain, with how big of a celebrity and a star he was, and how publicly he was melting down. I would love to know, the full context on that, um, as to exactly how much the public was aware. Like, we know all the stories now with Cobain, with him going missing and all that, and they're looking for him, but that's all post talk that we know that. I'm wondering in the time, what that was like. I was 7, so I don't quite remember that. Um, I believe In Utero turns 30 this year. I know next year's the 30th anniversary of Kurt Cobain's passing, but In Utero, which I actually prefer to Nevermind, but that's a story for another day and maybe another channel. What do you got here, Archivist? Randy actually played bass in. Oh, no. Did he really? Huh. You know what, Archivist? That's a good point. As far as, I don't feel like their history is documented in a lot of ways. I mean, there's literally a whole documentary. There's a book that Jim written, but that'd be a good one for either us to do a I like Polly, not Jen. That would be a good deep dive for us to do on one of our Tuesday night streams, is really exploring the roots of Pennywise, or if Jack Miller and the punk historian, if he ever wanted to do something like that, that'd be a fun one to dive into, of the roots in the early days of Pennywise, and as you said, that '90s period, because we know a lot about him in the 2000s, don't we? That shit's documented all over the place. Check out the Bomb Pops. Aren't they missing someone? They missing another guitarist? I mean that this is like their most visible song if you're just a general YouTube viewer. That's why I had it queued up to right here. I did love when Jenny came out to do the Laurie Myers part. I think it was last summer with No Effects. Like, wasn't that awesome? You're saying it's just an unknown road. You're saying, Archivist. That Quackenbush stuff, you brought that up a couple weeks ago too, Archivist. I seriously need to put on the investigative cap and figure out what the hell was going on there. And a bit rough there. Yeah, it doesn't sound great. And I try not to judge whenever it's just stuff that's uploaded to YouTube. I do enjoy their music, but found Polly to be the main apparent of that band, and I don't mean her looks, just the vibe and all. Yeah, I like the Bomb Pops. I do. I was really in. They were gonna come to town. I want to say it was this summer, and then I believe Jen's mother passed away, and they canceled the tour. So I was definitely looking forward to that. She's quite a bit older than she's like my age, huh? Um, Polly, right? And Jen is significantly younger. Um, Speaking of, yeah, I didn't. I'm looking through the comment section. I didn't know what happened to Polly. Mm, I missed all of that. That was all news to me. Yeah, that's when I said, "Hey, aren't they missing someone?" Interesting to see how they go on too, because she did a lot of media for them too, and did a lot of their promotion. But not all is lost, because Jen actually released some new music of her own over the last week. I wanted to check that out. Hopefully we don't get blocked here for showing a video, but we've been okay with like punk rock related stuff lately. She's been doing solo shows and acoustic shows. Your favorite, Archivist, when punk rockers do acoustic shows. So this is Saw in Half by Jen. Razavi? Is that his surname? Razavi?
Slide a hand, you disappear. Say your name into the mirror. I'm the girl you saw in half. The grand finale, the final act. Some things never change. It's so
Yes, Archivist. That is one of the weird burdens I have with this channel. Is I look at the analytics and I am younger than my audience. It's the weirdest thing. Maybe that's why I like hanging out with you guys, so I can feel like I'm young and spry instead of when I go out into society and I'm quickly decaying. I don't know about this song here from Jen. It has a vibe to it. I don't know what the vibe is. Don't know if I'm into it yet.
the show and stage. It's written in the stars and planets. The center stage and
Well, so she's not doing punk rock. We might watch some acoustic Anti-Flag in a little bit, Archivist, so you never know. Stupid mouse is frozen. There we go.
on call. It's always been our power dynamic. You get it all. You get it all. This is
So she's clearly going for more of a singer-songwriter vibe over here, and not bomb pops or fat record sounding at all, which is fine. That's a prerogative, right? Especially if you want to go out solo. Maybe you want to do your own thing, and who am I to hate? I don't know enough about popular music to say like, can this compete with like the Taylor Swifts of the world and that sort of oeuvre, because that's more of the plane that I think it would be fighting on than on a punk rock plane. She does need to get her role as doing some sort of parody of Lauren Boebert, though, right? It's impossible to post any Bomb Pops content and not get like 4,000 comments of "Girl from the Bomb Pop looks like Lauren Boebert." Yeah, yeah, we got it, we got it. A little while longer, I don't know, about a couple of hours, archivist. Do a question. Why is everyone so quiet? And send in your suggestions in the chat if you have any suggestions. Because or else, we'll just start watching metal videos and you guys will get all mad. She's definitely up there. Yeah, yeah. Mensa member for sure. For sure, archivist. And what did you mean by not competing? Like, it had too much of that like indie-fi sound that popular music had a couple years ago. Not bad though. I would give it kind of a. It's all right. Again, not really for me. But that's fine. Music doesn't have to be, obviously. Let's check out that acoustic series that Anti-Flag has been releasing stuff through. I think it's called Circle Sessions. They released the full video today. Let's see if we can pull out like one song from there. Right, because that's where Anti-Flag's just been showing up. Acoustic sets, crashing the Interrupters party. Earlier there wasn't any little chapter markers. So I didn't officially include this in the playlist, but let's see. Let's see if we can get a more classic song. Come on, commenters. No. That's it. We'll kind of scan through. I get so sick at the side. Fight of our lives, right? A bad night. We're in the fight of our lives. What do you guys think of the new Anti-Flag album? I thought it was amazing. I was blown away by it. I like the idea of the collaborations with the artists. I just thought it was so good. I thought it was so good. The anticipation was something. They released so many songs ahead of time that you weren't sure what was going to be left for surprise on the album, but God, I thought it was good once it came out. Let's check out some face to face here that just went up. We already checked out Broham. Let's check out. Let's do some Bad Religion, and then we'll check out some face to face.
So you say you gotta know why the world goes around. Can't find the truth in the things you find. You're scared shitless cause you're
Come join us.
full of bounds. Come join us. Well, I heard you're another one with a minute. Full of that people with the same intent. A family to kick a winner called brethren. Come join us. All we wanna do is change your mind. All you need to do is close your eyes. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us.
Maximum Dr. Graffin here with this. That. It's gotta be pointing. It's gotta be pointing. Yeah, hey.
Don't you see your joy and my people are in? But they just want you from the run and a jet. I swear to you, we're different from ordinary. Come join us. I can tell you are looking for a way to live. Where truth isn't none of my contented. One combine on a train directives. Come join us.
I like subtitles. Big fan of subtitles. YouTube uploaders, when you upload songs, upload subtitles. Very helpful.
All we want to have is your small mind. Turn it into one of our own kind. Hey, you can come to life and drift it along. Twist for it, dazzle it on your own. We're looking for a humor. Starward clouds. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us.
Man, my man is so sharply dressed all the time, isn't he? Just on point.
Without spite, dedication is a real brew. The world hates us, we hate them too. But journeys after our choirs and you come join us. Independence of pretend revolutionary. Intellectual brains are study. If you're not one of them, your anxieties. So come join us. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us.
Join Dr. Graffin. Join him. Let's change the subject a little bit. Let's do some metal. It's Sunday. Let's go off topic. Let's see if I lose all of you at once by doing some metal, or maybe you guys will be into it, and maybe some highlights will go up on the second channel. That's more metal based, but I saw that Pantera and Metallica both played recently. Metallica busting out Until It Sleeps for the first time in many, many years. They don't bust out a ton of songs from Load and Reload, but they have a pretty dynamic set list right now, in addition to their 72 season stuff. Let's see what a live version of Until It Sleeps kind of cranked out as. I know we've talked a little bit of Metallica fandom on this channel before. I'd be curious to know where you guys are at, like with mid-90s Metallica. Are you already done with them at that point? Are you in? That's kind of my era where I sort of learned about Metallica. I would go on to really like Lightning and Puppets and all that stuff quite a bit more. But I don't look at this as anti-Metallica the way so many of those old school fans do, because this is just the Metallica that I came online with. The Jason Newsted Metallica, the real one.
Where do I take this thing of mine?
Credit to Hetfield too. I believe he actually wrote this bass line.
I run through the stage right by my side.
the crowd looks like perplexed. Like, why are they playing this one? What are they doing? We wanted the song about the puppets. What's going on here? Hard to tell by the perspective of that video, but it doesn't sound like the crowd is necessarily into it or singing along, does it? This video is something else too, right? And you guys actually watch the actual video of it where they're at like the satanic like art gallery kind of thing, and they're making all this satanic art. And I think it's kind of cool. It did not go over well in some quarters. I do know that.